Okay. We called to order the Maple Run Unified School District Board of Directors meetings on May 5th, 2021, I should say, and at 6:02. We are for gender review. Are there any changes or anything that needs to be addressed or added?
We accept the agenda as presented.
Okay. Move on to item number 3, Pledge of Allegiance.
We need a second and a
Oh,
vote.
I'm sorry. You were right. Sorry. Sorry. Any second for the agenda for review? No changes? Joanna? Okay. Al was 1. Joanna 2nd. Any discussion? Okay, we'll accept agenda review as is. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any objections? Any abstains? Agenda will be submitted as is. Let's all join in for Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right. Item number 4, visitors. Are there any visitors that would like to address the board?
Dina, can I suggest you ask them to put their name in the chat? So
Yep.
if there are, I can help you with that. I'll watch the chat.
Are there any visitors that would like to address the board? Please put your name in the chat. Thanks, Bill. I'll take that as a no. Going once, going twice. Okay, thank you. On to item number 5, consent agenda. Anybody like to pull anything out to address, make changes or anything? That would be item A, B, and C under number 5. That would be approval of minutes April 21st, staff changes and media.
If I could just ask one question, please.
Sure.
On staff changes, I've noticed that we've had several. Do we have exit interviews with these folks to find out if we're doing something wrong or if we're doing something right? I think there's a lot to be learned from exit interviews, and I'm not sure if we have them or not.
We offer the opportunity for exit interviews, but we don't mandate it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, good question, Peter. Thank you. Anybody else have any questions, comments, or anything that we need to change? If not, we'll approve the consent agenda as is. Okay, item number 6, old business. COVID updates, Mr. Dirt.
I have very little today that I haven't already mentioned to you in my letter that I sent to you last night and to the community this afternoon. But just to go over it for the public, we're moving forward with some suggestions that we had put on the table before vacation, in the fact that COVID cases up here have generally gone down, and we feel pretty comfortable using the guidance that we presently have to add our 7th and 8th graders in 4 days a week. That will begin on May 17th after the testing is done. We continue to feel we can't bring BFA in for 4 days a week, again, because of the guidance. Everybody knows that it's gone down to 3 feet. However, our classrooms are so small in our older building of BFA that we still can't fit them in. And we want to be very cautious, given there's only a few weeks left, because we don't want to cause any type of illnesses or anything else along the way because of end of year activities and graduation and senior events and the like. because we will be able to do something this year with graduations and end of year activities following the guidance. So they're not going to be exactly what we've had in the past, but they're certainly going to be better and a little bit more liberal than we were able to do last year. We're still working on graduations, but we are definitely going to have graduations in each building, 8th grade graduations and senior high school graduations. They are going to be outdoors. The principals are working on what this will look like. But as we plan right now, 8th grade graduations in all 3 buildings will be on June. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't have my calendar with me, but I think it's June 9th. And because it is outdoors and we can never depend on the weather, just kind of we do in the wintertime with events, we're going to have a rain date of June 10th. So we hope that between the 2 days that we will be able to have our graduations planned and do it outside. Principals will be sending more information out to parents on that and what it's going to look like as they plan. The high school will also be outside. It will be at Collins Pearly. We're working on the details. And we're probably thinking the same thing relative to a rain date. If Saturday the 12th doesn't work because of the rain. And so then it might be Sunday the 13th. So because of guidance, we still can't get everybody inside, but we do hope that we can have a graduation for everybody. And I know Brett's working on that right now to make that work. And there are other after-school activities going on that the principals will be making sure parents know, whether it's at NCTC or at the high school or even at the elementary schools. There are some things that will be happening. So we're pleased with that. We are moving forward. It's getting better. And if we can make it through the next month or so, I think we are definitely looking, as long as there's no surprises, going back to somewhat normal for the next school year, starting in August. That's basically and again, that was basically a summary of my letter. Are there any questions, Al?
Yeah, what about the prom for the seniors?
I'll let Brett talk about that.
We're having a kind of semi-formal prom fire, a bonfire, with really centered around events more than it is what would be considered a traditional prom. So it's really a multi-event night, which happens to have music. It's going to have games. There's some food courts. There's some variety of other activities that are going to go on. We're going to invite all the juniors and all the seniors. And so we're hoping that everyone will show up. We're not going to charge anything to our juniors and seniors. It'll be only for those 2 groups, not for the outside. There are 6 events scheduled, I believe, for that week. So probably the most senior concentrated events I've ever seen a school try to do. So I'm excited for it, and we're going to send out more information, but it's pretty locked in right now. So I know some students want to dress up. I would have my own kids err on the side of more casualness just because of the activities, the events, everything that'll be going on. Some want to dress up, that's terrific. But that's not the intent, is to go get a prom dress, tuxedo, and so on. The intent of the night is to make sure that everyone, all juniors, all seniors, all 400 are able to get together in a safe environment and really experience a real positive evening.
I think that's a great idea. Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? from the board or anybody? Oh, sorry, my phone. All right, moving on to item B under old business is Sachs boiler repair. Bill, what do we, looking for a motion here to put on the floor before discussion?
Yeah, I sent out today, we recommend, for the motion, we would recommend that the boiler award be given to Alliance, to Alliance Mechanical in the base bid amount of $112,000 and take the add alternate of $11,300 to line the chimney.
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, Jack. Any discussion?
Can I give a little introduction maybe,
Yep.
Nina? And that,
Yep,
help
sorry.
people.
Yep, go ahead, Bill, sorry.
So
I meant to
we
you first.
invited 6 different companies to bid on this, and we're a little late in the year, but we received 2 back, as you saw in the email from today, from New England Air Systems this morning and Alliance Mechanical. We've had both good experience with both companies. They've worked within the district and are highly reputable. And Alliance is who we've decided to go with, as they are the apparent low bidder.
Okay, any other questions, comments, concerns, discussion?
So my question, Nina, is this, so it looks like the top amount that will be spent could be up to 123,000? About,
Yes.
okay.
Yep.
Anything else? Okay, so just to repeat the motion, the administration is seeking a motion to award the bid to Alliance Mechanical for $112,000 with an alternate possible addition for a chimney liner for $11,300. It was approved by Al and seconded by Jack. For the motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, motion passed with to an 8-0 approval. On to new business. Item A, Access Capital Reserve Fund. Bill, Martha, what are you looking for a motion here?
We're looking for the approval to spend up to $30,000 to plan, to put together a capital plan and assessment of priorities for it to be funded by ESSER and the capital reserve. We're trying to put together, so that would be the motion, to spend up to $30,000 with, should I say the company, Martha, with that?
Sure.
Yeah, it's Pearson Associates.
So moved.
What is, I'm sorry, Puritan?
Pearson Associates.
Oh, Pearson, I'm sorry. Pearson Associates, okay. Al, thank you, Al. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Jack. Bill, Martha, could you give a little bit of, is there any more background to give?
No, we were hoping to, as you know, we're planning to use some of the recovery money to do HVAC and other health and safety renovations to our buildings. We're finding that it's taking a while, everyone in Vermont's finding it's taking a while to get the AO to get an approval process and to be able to be out in front with being able to bid these projects. We are trying to gather all the available projects we have across the district, as well as put together a 10-year capital plan of capital needs prioritized across Maple Run. Well, we have them by building. We don't have them together across and have estimates for what they'll cost. So we're really trying to build it. We're building a school district-wide capital plan so that we can work with you as a board to say, what do we plan with from the capital reserves and other areas. And this will actually jumpstart us, because what we're concerned about, and I've talked to many of Kevin and our peers at other districts, there's not enough contractors in Vermont to do this work for the next 3 years. Vermont has and you just saw that in the mechanical bid. We only had 2 people come back and we invited 6. People are very, very busy in construction, so we want to be ready to go. So Martha and I are recommending that this be funded from the capital plan, where a lot more of the work, once we get to the design phase and bidding, will come from ESSER most likely.
Martha, anything to add to that?
No, I think Bill pretty much covered it all.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Susan?
So what does ESSER stand for again?
I'm sorry, it's all the recovery money. I'm sorry, I went to educationally, Susan. It's all the recovery money, the 3 different grants that we're receiving from the feds that total that $13.1 million that I talked about last meeting.
All right. So this money, you're going to hire this company to help you figure out a plan for capital improvements, and the money's going to come from the capital improvements budget line?
It could come from either there or the recovery monies. And this company, they've been working with us with the building projects in both Fairfield and BFA. So we have a known track record with them.
Okay, Grant?
Yeah, is the 30,000 to cover just the portion that falls under ESSER, or is it to do the comprehensive 10-year plan?
It's due to the comprehensive 10-year plan with a report back to us with cost estimates and prioritization, not just by them, but by with us, and by within us, when I mean us, the administrative team, facilities directors, and me for it.
Okay. That's great if we can get that done for 30,000.
Yeah, thanks, Grant. Thanks, Susan. Joanna?
And Bill, this is all air quality. Did I hear that properly? Or are there requirements as to what you get to use the money for in terms of capital projects?
So for capital projects that are funded by the recovery monies, there are limitations in what we can do. And they're really around health, safety, and spacing, as the federal regs say right now. But we're waiting to hear more details, and the agency's been saying for the past 2 months they would get them to us. Many of us are starting to get nervous because what we see, as an example, the folks that run our controls in the state of Vermont, the automated controls that run the control systems for the buildings, there's really one contractor for the whole state. So when we all go to do it, it's going to be getting line quick.
Mm-hmm. And just a follow up to that, Bill, is are any of the monies allowed to be used for creating more access, and equity in terms of internet for community members? Is that going to be, sorry.
So from the recovery fund, as I said last week, there's about 18 to 20 different funding categories that things can fit into, and they're pretty broad. So that's what the envisioning team is doing right now for how we're going to spend that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Good question, Joanna. Thank you. Anybody else?
One more quick question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Grant.
What was the timeline for just to have the plan, the 10-year plan, and could you save time if you were to part it out and have a short term versus a long term?
So we are kind of doing that, Grant, because we want to know the ESSER funds right away. So we're hoping by like June, we'll have the ESSER fund list prioritized. The overall capital plan, we've had a start of next school year. They said, Bill, that might be a little tight to get it that fast with what you want to spend. And I said, if we get to October, I'll be fine, because I just would like to present that to the board as we start thinking about our budgets and our budgeting plan for capital. That's something we need to start thinking about. And you've worked on it already, so we want to continue that work.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Sorry, I'm just looking here if I don't see. Okay, if there's no other questions, so let's go ahead and take a vote for the motion on the floor. As administration is seeking a motion to authorize the use of capital reserve funds up to $30,000. Is that correct? Okay. Yes. For the Pearson Association to pay for the advanced services of architect and engineers to prepare for the use of the COVID funding for building related expenses. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Carries, motion carries 8-0. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's see, under new business, item B, SATEC flooring bid. Angela, or I don't know, Angela and Bill, or Angela probably, what are you looking for a motion for here, for this?
Sure. So we put out to bid flooring replacement for C North, which is one of our 7th and 8th grade houses, full team of students in there. We have carpeting in there that's 13, 14 years old, and it is in desperate need of replacement. We had hoped to do it last year, but it wasn't able to happen. So we put it out to bid. We only received one bid, which kind of goes in line with what Bill was saying. People are very busy. We did get it from Newton's Decorating Center. It's for $60,742. We've worked with Newton's and had very good luck with them in the past. This is a LVT plank vinyl tile. It actually has a look of like hardwood. And the reason we're going with this is it's much more efficient and durable than carpeting, which has replacement life a lot sooner than we would like. And also the other vinyl floors that we have to be stripped and waxed, and these will not. They will just need to be swept and mopped. So in terms of health and safety, getting rid of the carpet and lowering our maintenance costs to keep them clean, while the price tag on this is, certainly, not cheap, it is a very large area, just over 5,700 square feet. So we're requesting to get that approved by the board.
Okay. Yep. Let me just put a motion on the board and so they're discussed. So the motion would be administration seeks a motion to award the bid to Newton's Decorating Center in the amount of $60,742. Do I hear a first and a second on that, please?
So moved.
Al, thank you. Joanna, second. Is that true, Joanna? Sorry. Okay, thanks. Any discussion?
I would just like to say that I'm very pleased to see the bid go to someone local. I think that that's a great direction.
Yeah, agree, Peter. Thank you. Any other discussion, comments? All right, the motion on the board is to award the Newton's Decorating Center for SATEC for flooring bid of $60,742. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries 8-0.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I've got to abstain because
Okay.
one of my sons, my oldest son, Brian, supplies Newton's with
Okay.
flooring.
So one abstention.
So,
No, that's fine.
yeah.
So do we have to take a roll for the abstention? Sorry, we do. Okay. Okay, so I'll just go through the, so Katie, yay or nay? Or abstention?
Yay.
Yay. Okay, thank you. Peter,
Yay.
Jack,
Abstention.
Alicia,
Yay.
Al,
Yay.
Grant,
Yay.
Nina, yay. Joanna,
Yay.
Susan.
Yay.
So motion carries 7 yay and 1 abstention, sorry. So it is approved. Thank you, everybody. Other business, under item A, warrants under attachment A. Hopefully everybody had a chance to look at them. So administration seeks a motion to approve the warrants, acknowledging that the passage of this motion will act as individual board members' authorization of their signature on these warrants.
So moved.
Is there a second? Susan?
I'll second.
Oh, I got Susan. Sorry, Jack. Thank you, Susan. Any discussion? Questions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Oppose? Abstentions? Motion carries 8-0. Thank you, everybody. Under our other business, superintendent report. Kevin, anything else to note tonight?
No, just a thank you to you to stepping in last minute for Nilda to take over. Thanks a lot for doing that.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Nice try, Ron. Okay, other business item C, board announcements. Does anybody have board announcements? Any news to share?
I would just like to add, you've done a really nice job, Nina.
Oh, thanks, Jack. A little nerve wracking to get used to it.
You've done a good job. It's not easy to do that.
No, thank
done
you.
a good
Appreciate
job.
that. Thank you. Any other, Joanna?
Hi.
Oh, sorry. Joanna, why don't you go and Alicia, I'll get to you.
I just want to say, I think BFA is doing a really great job with all of the senior week activities and the communications, the sign up genius that's been available for people to be able to contribute as a community. And it just looks like a bunch of great activities, very well thought out and planned and communicated. And Teresa Callan is also doing a really wonderful job with communication to everybody as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Joanna. I just want to say she has labored tirelessly to see that gets done. So thanks. And just want to thank the senior committee.
Yeah, very smooth.
Thanks, Joanna. Thanks, Brett. Alicia?
This may be a future agenda item, but I just wondered if we're going to talk about meeting back in person ever.
Let's put that on the future agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Any other? Yep, Susan, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, thank the messenger as well, because they've done a really great job of posting not only BFA's events and successes, but MBU, Enosburg, Richford. They've done a really nice job of highlighting not just the athletes, but all the musicians and other academic scholars as well.
That's awesome. Katie, you have your hand up? Oh, sorry. Okay. No. Anybody else? Okay. Number 9 on the agenda, future meeting items. Alicia, I put a meeting in person again. Are there any other future agenda items that people would like to see on, or to add, excuse me?
I know Bill and Nilda will be talking soon relative to retreat and things like that. So that should be on there.
Okay, yeah, I'll just add it again, the retreat agenda. Anything else? Okay, I'll take that as a no. Item number 10, potential executive session. There wasn't any that we discussed or any motions to go into executive session on the agenda. And item 11, since we're at the end of our agenda, we are done for the night. Thanks everybody for joining and have a great week.
Thank you.